Counterparts or Engearment.com. Here today to talk to you about my new favorite day pack, Ortovox's Traverse Pure 20 liter. Let's talk about all of the fantastic features, why I love this thing so much, and why it is such a great all-around pack. Ortovox has a fantastic track record for mountaineering equipment, and this bag is no different. The Traverse Pure 20 liter is, like I said, great little day pack. They also have a few different liter sizes. So they have an 18 liter if you want something a little more compact. They have like a 30 liter for longer trips, but it is very much a mountaineering pack. And let's talk about some of those features. The first and most glaring feature is this elasticated stretch pocket. And this thing is amazing. You can fully fit a helmet in a 20 liter bag and still have a lot of space, which is something that I don't usually find in smaller packs. I usually have to strap it on in a funky way. It's not very fun to carry around. So off-rip, fantastic for those higher exposure days where you do want that bit of protection, but don't want to be wearing it all day. You can also zip that elasticated pocket up on both sides to slim it down a bit more. I like to keep snacks in here a lot. Fantastic for that. Or if you have like a longer something that needs sticking into the top, so if you're like slim your trekking poles down to be small, you could tuck them in here. But there is also a trekking pole band on the side which you can adjust and hook into itself, so there's really no need for that. There's a bottom piece for it there. Absolutely fantastic featureability, functionality. As far as actual storage space goes, you have a small pocket up front, which is not actually that small. It's about half the length of the bag. Great for, again, storing snacks, storing like your gloves. There's a headlamp if you're out for an early morning start. Those little pieces like that. The actual main pocket also has a smaller pocket. This thing is fantastic. As you can see, the zips go down to just the top of water bottle holders. So you can really access a majority of the bag just by unzipping it. And if you want to keep one side zipped so you can just access different steps and layers in the bag, perfect for that. It also has another pocket inside for valuables, which is fantastic. I have a spare battery in there right now. Little place for an emergency card if you need one. A lot of bags these days are incomplete without this, but it has a wonderful bladder pack with little claspable top to hang something off of, keep your water nice and secure. It does, of course, have a pocket for that bladder to come through, which is wonderful. And on the topic of water, it also has two fantastic water bottle holders. The shape of these is amazing for getting things secure, but also easily accessible. A lot of water bottle holders that I have had experience with have not been that easy to actually take the water out of. So having that extra little bit of security on the side while still making it accessible when it's on your back is so incredibly nice and really functional. A lot of what makes this pack fantastic is not that it's super flashy in any way, but that it has a very large amount of consistent functional attention to detail. As far as the actual back system goes, it's a little heavier than you might want for a light day pack, but it is so comfortable. I've been running with this thing on, and unlike a lot of running packs, which you have to either fill perfectly to make them comfortable or they start bouncing around, this thing, super secure. That extra bit of weight is very much worth it for the amount of comfort this back piece provides. And the straps are so adjustable that you can really cinch it down well. Has adjusters on the top, which is not only good for changing where the actual straps sit on your back and where the bag sits on your back, but you can also like toss a rope through here, toss an extra rain layer, something like that if you need. It has a chest strap, which of course slides up and down with relative ease. Bit of elasticatedness there. Little whistle, which is pretty commonplace for a bag, but super comfortable to put on. It also has two little things for like sticking a pair of sunglasses in here. Really wonderful. Or if you have something else you want to clip in, if you have a phone case, you can clip into here. I know the larger versions have actual like phone pockets on the shoulder straps, which is really cool. And then you have the waist belt, which is again super comfy and really secure. It tightens on this end, so you can cinch it up just by pulling there, uncinch it by doing the same. Very easy to adjust those straps to keep them out of the way. This side, has nothing crazy going on. Little extra strap here, which again, if you need to clip things on, very easy to do. And this has an elasticated waist pocket, which can fit a phone, will stretch to fit a phone, which is great. Or again, snacks, sunscreen, just little trinket things you need to pack in there. And then one of the best parts about this bag, and what really makes it a fantastic all-terrain mountaineering bag, is this. And it has a built-in rain cover, super easy to just pull out and slip on. The edges are elasticated, and it has a bit of extra space, so you can still keep a helmet in there, and that'll keep you nice and dry, especially a day like today. It's looking a little moody. Want to make sure, especially since I have some electronics in here, everything stays dry, and this will do that for you. And then you just take it back off, which is again super easy, super convenient. It's clipped in at the bottom, so if you also know you don't want it and don't want that extra weight, you can unclip it, take it away, or just keep it clipped, keep it tucked away in its little pocket, and it is super happy. The last thing I really want to focus on is what makes the Traverse Pure different than just the Traverse bag. There is small technical differences, like the 0.2 pound separation. This weighs 1.72 pounds instead of 1.52. It's not as colorful, but that is very intentional. The Traverse Pure uses only solution dyed or non-dyed fabrics, which has a substantial environmental impact. What makes solution dyed and non-dyed fabrics important is most dyes do use different types of chemicals to maintain their color, especially for an outdoor piece of gear. It's going to endure a lot, so that dye has to be durable, which often requires the use of a lot of chemicals. This thing is a step away from that, which is so wonderful. The intention and focus on a bag that has that minimal chemical output, it reduces energy usage, it reduces water usage in its production, is so neat to see. And just sacrificing a little color for that is, in my opinion, well worth it. It's so cool to see Ortovox engaging in practices and being very intentional about engaging in practices to help reduce their environmental impact and promote a lot more awareness around just those tiny industry standards that can be shifted towards making the places we love to play in, these mountaintops, a lot safer, a lot more protected. And that's really cool to see. This bag still prices at 140 USD, same for the Traverse. Different sizes are going to have different pricing, but all in all, this thing is fantastic. It is the perfect day pack for any activity, whether you're out for a run, out for an exciting mountain climb, just walking to work, you need something small to toss things into. This is what I would go with. And well done, Ortovox, for being such a fantastic example of what outdoor companies can and should be doing to keep the places we love playing in safe. Thank you.